There isn't a great deal to say about today's Old Testament passage. This is just the story and the history of the land that was allotted to the various tribes of Israel. So if you were to go to Israel at that particular point, you would realize that this tribe lives in that area and this tribe lives in this area, and that it was their inheritance. It was something that they were to pass on from generation to generation. This was the land that they were given by God. And we don't have the same sort of situation today. I don't think, I haven't certainly been allotted any land by the Lord of recent. But at the same time, we have been given things that you haven't chosen. It's just something that's been given to you. And the most obvious thing, particularly at this time of the year, that always springs to my mind is we have all been allotted a family. And we might not like the family that we've been allotted to, but it's that thing, if you don't choose your family, do you? They're just there. They are almost given to you when you were born. And so just as the people of Israel had to consider how they would live in the land and how they would live with their inheritance, so I do think it's worth us considering how we live with our inheritance, the things that are allotted to us, not least the people and the relationships. And so just a challenge and a question really, how are we living in the light of our family? How are we living towards our brothers and sisters, towards, our literal brothers and sisters, not the church ones, towards the mum and dad that we have, towards maybe kids that we might have as well? Are the ways that we are living something that reflect that we're grateful for them? And if we're not grateful for them, if we're really honest, then how are we living in the light of the fact that Jesus teaches us we're to love even our enemies and to pray even for those who persecute us? And some of that stuff's really difficult when our family situation is hard. And so I don't want to labour it, but I just want to say, for this, actually coming to the Lord and asking him to help us process, how am I being the best family member I can be, particularly in the light of the fact that you love me, and for good or for ill, you have allotted a particular family to me. How can I reflect you in this situation, even when it's hard? And if it is great, and if it is good, how can I increasingly do so? Something to consider on the 28th of December.